Guys, Trustin here and Jeff from G2S TV. We're back with episode number 11 of the Trustin and Jeff show.
What's up?
And we're going to be talking about skinwalkers to start this off.
Well,
and I'm going to turn my notifications down.
The funny thing is since you did say that, yeah, that did, the lady who was talking about having a skinwalker, what was his name? Rick?
Yeah, like Ricky or
something. Or Bobby, something like that.
Yeah.
She said it had a name, but, yeah, the lady at the cell phone place, that was kind of crazy. And then she was telling a story, like, serious as can be, like, the one chased me up the road, like, and I was just
and then she's like, well, I haven't seen it, but I felt it.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
And, you know, like, I mean, we talked about the Frogman at first, and then she just jumped in there. So, like, I get, you know, where she was coming from. But at the same time, it was kind of odd because, like, she was so convinced that it was just outside of her house every day.
Yeah.
And that it's just always watching, and that when you mess with the trees, it comes out.
Yeah.
Old Ricky was from Vietnam.
Something.
Just a Vietnam vet who's just like, his PTSD finally got the better of him.
Something, yeah.
He's just out there on the top of a tree just watching.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking more likely when she said Ricky. I'm like, oh, man, it probably is really Ricky. You know, you just don't realize it.
Yeah. It probably really is some dude named Ricky who's just like a crackhead.
But, yeah.
I mean, you know, drugs will make you do some weird shit.
Yeah.
You'll be in somebody's tree watching them.
Yeah.
And you'll think they're the government.
Something, man. Something. You never know, man. Especially with nowadays, you know.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear they're trying to do I think it's 46.5% income tax.
What?
Not on everyone, but on like the higher income people.
45. That's insane.
46.9, but that's really for people making like 100,000 and things like that.
I mean, it's still insane.
That is ridiculous. Think about that. That halves your money.
Because
if you're making I don't know.
The problem with certain income
my
taxes,
knowledge on this is not 100%, but say you make $110,000 and that's what tax bracket it affects, then you end up only making like 56
or like 60,000. That's crazy.
And then, you know, if like say now I don't know if that's for 1099 or if that's like, I think that might be capital gains tax. But the problem is they set the precedent with the whole Trump situation to where your unrealized gains you can get in trouble for. You can get taxed on your unrealized gains, and you can also get in trouble for appraising a property for more than what it's actually worth. But everybody does that. You buy a property, you fix it up, you want to get it refinanced, you get more money, you roll it over and do another one through like a 1035 exchange.
Yeah, it's a matter of opinion. With appraisals, that's what they really are.
And I almost feel like it's, you know how the IRS wants you to report like drug income and like, you know, bribes because they can get you for tax evasion, even if,
I'm sure people will always report their bribes and their drug income.
They just do that so they can get you for tax evasion if they really don't like you.
Down the road, yeah.
Yeah, that's how they get you, because it's not actually like you're going to do that because they're just going to go and get you.
Yeah. They're going to get you when that's just...
They're going to get you with something. You go to say it, it's just, that's a little extra thing they can tack on if, you know, you made their job extra difficult.
Yeah, man, it's, I don't know. It's been a slow day today, man.
I know.
We got the pod in. We're at number 11. That's cool.
Yeah.
We're making progress. I don't know. I don't want to get on this topic too long. Did you see the face-off?
I didn't see the face-off, but I know Tyson's talking about his body's aching big time.
Oh, dude, I seen him sprinting. In the video of him sprinting, he was growling, like, "Rah!" Doing these wind sprints.
Yeah.
And, like, you could just tell his knees. I don't know, man. Like, I really want to see a first-round knockout, but I'm getting a little more worried about the age. I am. I will admit, but I still...
Well, yeah, his age is starting to show a little more in those type of things.
Well, and then like you only see short clips of him hitting.
Yep.
So
they're edited big time. Did you watch Sean Jones talk about that? How it's like 2 seconds of striking to a cut of another 2 seconds of striking to a cut.
Yeah. So you're not really seeing like the movement between striking, you know.
Now I understand the need to not show your 100% true speed on a video because that would give Jake Paul.
What if he comes out moving like old Mike Tyson though? What I mean, everybody's gonna poop their pants. I think Jake will, especially.
Yeah.
Like if he comes out, like, that ducking and weaving and
well,
the
and
way he cuts
he
angles.
Still has a decent amount of time to kind of, get prepped. He still has 2 months?
I guess, but how's he gonna put the weight on?
What's he weighing right now?
I don't know, dude. Like the picture I've seen, they said 158 or something.
Well, he had to drop down for the Roy Jones fight because that was 185.
He was a big 160 or 158 if he was weighing that. He looked like he weighed 200 pounds, almost muscle. So I mean, but if that's if the picture was right and the weight was right, accurate. But
that could have been an old one.
I mean, I don't know if he's coming in at 230, like low or Jake Paul is. I mean,
I would assume they're gonna weigh it right. It's a professional bout.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, but it's just crazy. Yeah, I think his body is really hurting him. I do believe that part. But we'll see. We'll see come July 5th or whatever it is. I'm not sure if that's the correct date.
Now let's move off of that topic because we've been talking about that the last 8 episodes.
The Skinwalker lady though, that was an interesting day. At
we're over there just like trying to upgrade our phones, see about switching it over because I got this Galaxy S22 or 23 or whatever it is, and I was thinking about switching my current data over, and apparently all you have to do is switch a SIM card out, and even my warranty would move over, she said.
Yeah, and I wonder
because it's the plan, not the
if
actual.
It's that easy. That's crazy that it's that easy.
But with there being a crack in the phone screen, I just don't see much point in doing that unless I was going to switch it back to this phone.
Yeah.
Like, it would almost be more worth it for me to keep this phone, like, just set aside to then transfer that back over should it be, like a problem. But I think I'm just going to keep this for recording because this has, like, the best camera ever for recording.
Yeah.
And then that'll just solve my issue there.
The
because
zoom out feature on the Samsungs is sweet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, where you can get the 0.5 or the 0.6 zoom.
Yeah, like the negative zoom or whatever it is.
Well, it's
more
just
like
halftime zoom.
Yeah,
where you can just see more wide sweeping picture.
Yeah, it's nice, man. It's good for tight spaces, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm excited to get a good workout in. It's push day. That's cool.
Yeah, we're gonna be going a bit later in the day.
Maybe if we get stuck on a Smith machine, we'll max out today and see what we could PR at, just to mess around.
Really just depends on what we got there.
I don't know. I'm hoping dumbbell. I like dumbbell bench too.
I like them both.
They both have their
both
purpose.
Good.
They both have their purpose, But yeah,
I'll
man.
tell you what though, when you get to like your third push day of the week, you're definitely feeling tired though.
Well, that's why I like trying to do 2 and then a leg day.
Yeah.
For right now, and then doing cardio on the weekend. So
yeah.
Yeah, man. I need to make some calls. But yeah, man.
We might be switching to a different gym that has a sauna, but it's gonna cost like $50 a month there if you want access to everything compared to like $20. So like right now it may not make sense, but within the next few months it might make more sense.
Yeah, I'd like to. Man, I wish
because they got way better equipment there too.
Yeah. I wish I could find a good gym just to be like, hey, you can work out here, record here.
Yeah.
Do what you want. Just shout us out and, like help us advertise.
Be like, hey, we'll record 100 minutes worth of content a day in this gym.
That'd be sweet, man. Like, that would really be cool. Especially, like, if you had, like, free weights and more.
Yeah.
Right now I like the machines. We do got everything you need, but, like, variety's always cool,
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. There's a purpose for free weights, and everything's got its purpose. So, but plus, like where we're at right now, the Smith machines are all weird. Like some of them, it's like the bar weighs 15, 20. Yeah. Others it weighs like 5. Yeah, like it weighs enough to go down, but it doesn't. It's not like having an actual bar. Yeah, it's like almost floats or something. You're like, what the heck? At the Anytime Fitness that we'd go to, that thing weighed at least 20 pounds. Oh, dude, that was almost. It may not have been a full 45, but it weighed 20 pounds. It was like. It was pretty close, man. It was really pretty close. Because it was weighted very well. Yeah, I used that, and I used free weight at that gym, and it was pretty close. Yeah. Free weight's nice just because I feel like it. When you get away from it for a while, then you go back to it. You realize why you need to do it. You know
Oh yeah,
I mean?
free weight's nice because of the stabilization that's required to do it.
Yeah.
And you can increase your strength gains more significantly because it's like you on a Smith machine you become super strong at just that motion, but as soon as like you start needing to use your stabilization muscles when you're on free weight, then
it's
those are
harder.
weaker.
Yeah. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. But yeah, we split it up pretty good though between free weight and machines and everything, so I think we're doing all right with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, new gym would be cool. Just
new gym.
Like,
well,
that will be
new gym would be nice, or maybe like getting some equipment for at the house or something that's more specialized. I want to get like a cold plunge one within the next 8 months. You know, I'm talking more long term here, but a cold plunge I think would be significant for us.
Cold plunge.
Because it would help us a lot in our day to day.
Yeah.
Because you can go do a cold plunge and you feel like you can do anything.
Yeah. I don't know. I've not tried the cold plunges myself yet, but
I mean, if you've ever tried like a shower on its coldest setting, it's just colder than that.
Yeah.
On your whole body, and then.
Yeah. I mean, I bet it does get you awake. I mean, I'm sure that.
Not just that though. It can reduce inflammation. Like if you work, say you work a really strenuous job. Like, say you're hauling brick all day, or you have to run around like a chicken with your head cut off, or you got to, like, do carpentry, or say you work at FedEx, or just any of the jobs where you're moving all day. You do that at the end of the day after everything, and it'll reduce all of the inflammation, which will take away from some of your gains from what Andrew Huberman talks about. But if you're going to be doing it every day, it doesn't matter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, like, if you do it beforehand, it's better to actually have a more eventful lift, because then you still get all of the inflammation, which leads to muscle growth.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, it just reduces, so then you're ready to do it again.
I got you.
So it's like timing it properly.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one of these in. These things are good.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy. I've not been on the whole YouTube as much as I have, in the past. So like, keeping up on things is a little different. But
yeah, I'd say I probably do about an hour's worth of actually keeping up on stuff each week.
Yeah.
Like it ends up being a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah.
Like, cause I watch so much sales related things on YouTube, and I watch so much like Alex Hermanzi or Harmozy, however you say his last name. But I watch.
Yeah, whichever group you're with.
Yeah, I watch them both. Yeah. Ben Mala's pretty good when it comes to real estate. That's like a live TV show almost.
Ben Mala is very interesting. I will.
They do that perfect, and I bet the YouTube's paid for like at least one of their properties.
Yeah,
it's done something. I don't know. Maybe his son does it all.
I don't know which one of them. I mean, I swear back in the day, I ran across Concrete and that at the same time, and I don't know if you know the Concrete podcast. It's a good podcast, awesome podcast. But when I first started doing YouTube, like 2015, and like started making content, I ran across Ben Mala and Concrete around the same time, and I don't know if Concrete did like a special on Ben Mala, maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Maybe they used to work together. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to say that, but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. It's definitely some interesting content.
Oh yeah.
He's got some amazing properties.
Well, what's interesting about him too is like if you catch him during a video, like you'll just be in the video. That's the funny part. Like if you just catch them on one of their days when they're doing shit. But the key is to do it at the right time, because you catch them at the wrong time, then of course you're not going to get nothing.
Yeah.
But like if you're to show up like when they're looking at a property or something, you're like, oh, hey, you're Ben Mala.
Yeah.
You know.
That's crazy.
They'll do their little like bit with you.
Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, he's definitely an interesting character, man. Like I mean, YouTube's such a big place, man. Like it really is. Because you got like so many different communities, and it's cool. There's communities for everybody on YouTube, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. I don't know. I think we should look into some like amateur powerlifting meets, dude. I actually.
I mean, even going to one would be some decent content.
I want to check out. I just want to check it out, man. Like, maybe enter like in my age bracket or whatever, and just see. Not that I, you know what I mean. Like, powerlifting is not something I've done like completely all out, but like, I don't know. I think I could train for it. I think I could do something cool with it.
Yeah. I mean, we do train like it.
No,
we've been training.
We train hard. I mean,
all the time.
We'd have to adjust some of our training, for like powerlifting, for that type of progression. But it wouldn't be hard to do. I just think it'd be something cool to try. Like
it'd be a nice little challenge video.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. There was a guy. I think he. Was it 100 days or something? No, I think he worked out to some degree before all this.
He's like 100 days to become a power lifter.
Yeah, but like he pretty much decided like, hey, I'm going to enter an amateur powerlifting contest. I'm going to do this. And it was a cool video he did on it, man. It was kind of interesting. And he did fairly decent. I think he was, like I said, I think he had some workout background, because most of his videos are fitness related. But yeah, he did pretty good, man. It was a interesting bit, to see that, But plus, I think it's just cool to push yourself and compete sometimes. Like, see what you never know what you're capable of unless you try. Like.
Well, and that's on everything.
Yeah, my dude. Shout out Bryce Nichols, my dude. He went to like only 2 years into doing strongman lifting, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a sponsor right now, and then he went to the Utah World Strength Games or whatever.
Yeah. Just
this past month, and like his specialty is like the stone lifting, but yeah, man, like it's cool to see people, like he's 38, 40 and just found his passion and like chasing it.
You ever watch like Brian Shaw's stuff on YouTube?
Yeah, a little bit.
Or like Eddie Hall, watch their stuff.
Yeah.
Because now that when they got into the MMA type of stuff, it got real interesting. Because it would have been nice to see them all fight.
Oh man, that would have been. I mean, it's Clash of the Titans, right?
Yeah. Well, and the thing is though, is Eddie Hall, his punching and striking so much better because he did a boxing match with Thor Hafbjornsson, the other world's strongest man, who's like 6'9". Yeah. Like you think Eddie Hall's small? No, he's like 6'5".
That's insane.
It's just Brian Shaw's 6'8" or 6'9", and then Thor Hafbjornsson's like 6'9". Like they're all just massive people.
Yeah. Eddie Hall does seem short next to him. What is he, 6'2" or something?
He's like 6'4".
6'4". Okay, so he's
here.
Huge,
I'll look it up, but he's tall.
Yeah, but next to Thor, he does look short. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, they say like a lot of strongmen, like the taller ones, it favors them. You know what I mean? Like.
He's 6'3". He's 6'3".
Strongmen, like, they don't practice some of the movements like we practice all the time in the gym. Like everybody does bench press, right?
Well,
like
I've noticed none of them really do pull-ups. None of them do anything like that. They do pull-downs, heavy pull-downs, but they don't do pull-ups.
They don't do much bench press either, if you know.
Well, some of them do.
Some do, but
it depends. Like, you notice the actual world's strongest men, though, they do those lifts.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's like a lot of the strongman competitions.
But they do logs. They'll do log presses.
Yeah, they do,
and I think I've seen some do like log bench press.
Yeah, they do that log thing.
Yeah, and I've seen them even use a hex bar to do bench press.
That's crazy.
Imagine holding a hex bar up and just doing that.
Doing bench with it, that'd be awkward.
I'll tell you what would be even more awkward, getting that off of you.
Yeah.
When it was time.
I mean, yeah.
Because it's so wide, unless you had one that had the opening in the front. Because some of them have an opening in the front, and it's more like a U.
Yeah.
Or like a half of an octagon on the back.
Yeah, you could step into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Like, I feel like those might be pretty decent for that.
Yeah, the strongman stuff's cool, though. Like, it's crazy. Like I said, there's so many different types of, athletic strength games and different things now, man. Like, but it's cool, man. Like, it's cool to see people getting after it, though.
There we go. Now, my chair makes so much noise. Like, I almost want to invest in a chair that don't even move around.
Oiled.
Oiled. Yeah, this chair was cheap though. I mean, for like $60, it's lasted me 2 years now. It's funny. I'm one of those type of people. The last thing I invest in is the shit that I use on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like, the last thing I'd invest in is a new couch. or like a new chair. Like I'm much more likely to go buy athletic greens, which I have 3 months of that I need to actually use. I got to give one to him. I'm just gonna pour out what's in that metal jar. It's bad. I'm gonna give him a bag.
Bags, man.
I'm gonna give him a bag of it that just seals back.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to pick up some bags when we go to the store.
Yeah.
I'm going to run in and try to make them exchange my Cliff Bars today.
Oh, remember they close at it's 7.
I'm going to find the manager. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
I know at 8 o'clock I got to do a Zoom call, but that's it.
We'll be back before.
Yeah.
Then. We should be able to Zoom out as long as everything's kosher with everybody.
Yeah, well, worst come to worst, I can just step out of the gym and do the Zoom. Like,
well, I don't want you to miss your work.
It's gonna be a you know, I don't want to go into too much detail over what I do, but I'm a licensed insurance salesman, and I'm trying to do something on the weekend, more life insurance type deal.
Oh,
and so for my weekends, I'm thinking 15 hours each day, I'm just gonna do like at home phone insurance to give me just something a little extra to do.
To work with, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah,
I'd double down.
Yeah, we'll make it work around. But yeah, man, Thor is a huge person, man. It is crazy to see some of the strong men.
Thor, he's 6'8" or something. Like that dude is massive.
Did you see where like him and Bradley Martin were messing around and like he just snatched Bradley Martin up like?
No, that was Brian Shaw.
Oh, that was Brian Shaw. Okay.
Yeah. Brian Shaw grabs Bradley Martin.
He's a huge dude too. I mean, it's yeah. I've seen Eddie Hall doing like 200-pound dumbbell presses just like.
You know what? I guess we may as well figure out. Let's see if I can pull up Google and see if I can get a picture of it.
Might as well try.
This is never before seen on this podcast.
What are you trying to get a picture of?
I'm going to open up Opera.
So, I seen a nice camper I looked into, man. But yeah. I don't know if it's just a junk one. It's probably a junk one, but if it ain't a junk one, it'd be cool to pick up for the price.
What kind of camper? Is it free?
It's a pop-up. No, it's only $200 though, but it looked like it actually had electric in it and was working and functional.
Where's it at? Well, you don't have to say the specific.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
How many minutes away?
Probably within a half hour.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was gonna talk to some people, check it out possibly. But that'd be something cool to have for like fishing. But yeah, we need to plan our a day for the weekend here soon coming up. I do want to try some hiking eventually too.
Trying to see if I can full screen this. Oh no, can't full screen it that big. Okay.
Let's see.
Let me pull this up.
So yeah, I sent you a clip in the face-off where Tyson kind of laughed at Paul. It was a little interesting to see, but yeah, I think they could have done better with like the reporters and the questions for all that, man.
Yeah.
But I did like, who's the English guy we watched, man, the fighter guy who was talking about Tyson being a little older.
You talking about Sean Jones, or
Jones. That's what I was thinking of. I like his breakdowns of a lot of things. You know what's crazy is you notice how like John Zerka and like HS Tiki Taki, they both kind of just fell off after that drama they had. Do you remember that?
There we go. I got it where we can actually put this up on the side of the screen now.
What we got?
Okay, let me actually. There we go.
House,
I know, guys. Bear with me. I'm trying to figure this out right now.
But yeah, so John Zerka and HS Tiki Taki had that fight, right? Where John Zerka went and found him in Miami or whatever. Well, neither one of them. It's like both of them just fell off, man. After that, like I don't know what. Like it blew up on the internet real big, and then like just was gone, man. Like, but yeah, I don't know. Was just curious if you had heard anything about either one of them.
Yeah, are you talking HS Tiki Talk? Is that the short guy?
No, that's the English guy.
The English guy. Oh yeah, I
British
remember.
Guy or whatever that John Zerka attacked in Miami or whatever.
Was that the one who beat him up in the street?
Yeah. He wrapped him up pretty good. Yeah, he made him look foolish. He definitely made him look not like a skilled.
You can't roll up on people in the street and expect them to be amicable.
He had gloves on and everything, bro. He was like in his gym gear, ready to go too. And dude was all dressed up, going out to dinner, and still like.
I'm serious. Like if you catch me when I'm trying to go out and eat food and enjoy myself, and then you're up there and you're pulling all your shit, you can't expect me to be amicable. Yeah. Like I may not, if you escalate it to like physical confrontation, then I'd have to do something. But like most of the time, I'm not interested in resolving things that way because, when you're out and about, it's real life. People stab each other. Yeah. People shoot each other. Go to jail. Go to jail. People hit their head on the concrete and they die. Yeah. Like, it's one thing to go to where there's mats and you do it in a gym. You guys got cups and mouthpieces on. You got your gloves, your shin pads, and you kick the shit out of each other. That's different. And, if someone gets knocked out and they stop it, you know what I mean? Or even heavy sparring.
Yeah, it's a controlled environment, somewhat controlled
environment. And if they got somebody who's watching it, because you don't want to just be the only two people in a gym. You don't know what's going to go on. But, you
definitely want to have somebody kind of.
You have a third person who's kind of like the mediator.
Unless it's somebody you've sparred with a lot and you try, you're on equal levels where you're not going to. You both know how far to take it.
Yeah, but if you're actually trying to settle beef in a gym,
Oh yeah, well that's all bad. You need a referee. Yeah. You definitely need probably two or something. But yeah. But yeah, it was definitely like a bad move on Zerka's part because he was blowing up, man, up till that point. If you notice. Yeah. And then that happened and.
Well, and I think he just had a hard time recovering from that because it's like once you get beat up that bad, when your entire channel is you thinking you can beat people up. And you talking all this shit, and then you go to test yourself, and then you fail. When you build your whole brand on being able to, whoop ass, and you fail at it, then your brand is, your public opinion of you has already went down, even though it wasn't very good for him anyway. He was a lot of
shock value, anyways. That's more what I think he had like a shock value. Yeah, that's what helped him along. But
when you're going off of shock value, and because when you're a streamer, isn't he a streamer?
I'm pretty sure he's a streamer, yeah.
And he probably does videos too, but when your entire career is based on getting, doing ridiculous things for views, you kind of have to do crazy things and keep topping yourself to get your, fan base to watch you just fine. But at the same time, you also have to be careful because it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
You keep going crazier and crazier and crazier. Well, someone checks you, or you fail miserably. Then the backlash just more and more and more and more.
It's never a good situation, man. Like we can't.
In his specific situation too, you can't just roll up on people.
Starting trash like that.
Now, if he was like mountain biking like crazy, then that comes with other risks. Or if he was like, I just think there's other ways you can get views. You don't have to roll up on people and try to attack them. Go do some cool things.
Yeah.
Go do archery. Yeah, go do live stream yourself hunting. Although that's kind of polarizing nowadays too.
Yeah, you could definitely they could definitely bring some heat on you. I guess never know.
The vegans will come after you.
Yeah, but I think it's cool, man. Like whatever your hobby is, you should be able to do it and do something with it if you want. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just weird. I thought about that. I'm like, man, both of them guys, I've not heard about either one of them.
I've noticed that a lot of streamers, streaming is their hobby, and so they prioritize what the fans want. And if you listen, of course you should listen to your audience. But if all you do is listen to your audience, they're going to take you in some crazy directions.
Yeah. What's been going on with Aiden? Did he do anything with the fight stuff yet?
Ooh, let's look that up. Let's see if
we'll check that out before we.
Aiden Ross has done anything fight wise.
Yeah, see if anything's up with his fight stuff. We'll hang for a few more. Oh, man. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool. Aiden's trying to do more positive stuff. Like I hope he sticks in the gym with what he's doing and them things like.
I'm getting a phone call. I have to answer this.
All right, rock with it.
I'll step over this wire.
So yeah, I think Aiden needs to stick with the the gym, the fight stuff, and just grinding with what he's doing. Hopefully, he stays away from the L word and stay sober and on his grind, man. I mean, it's amazing what the kid's built. You got to give him that. Not a complete fan of everything he does, though, that's for sure. I'd like to see him stick under, I don't know. I'd like to see what happened if he'd have stayed kind of with Tate as a mentor, but yeah. Can't hate on anybody that makes a good living for themselves doing what they love, so. But yeah, we're going to rock for about another 15. We need to start prepping for our show better. That's what we really need to do, but we'll do better. I'm trying to get him to work with me on this. We're working together to make it the best content we can bring you, though. So hopefully we'll be able to add clips in here soon, pictures, more of that stuff. But yeah, man, it's we're consistent with it. That is one thing we got rocking for us, and decent mics. We got some decent mics, right? Pretty sure it's a good mic. I don't know, but yeah, we're trying to bring y'all decent content and being consistent on YouTube's hard, man. Even uploading videos of me working out is just like trying to have some type of message to it, and reason I share my workouts is just to share people like, man, whatever your situation is, you can get out and do whatever you want. You decide what holds you back in life. Really, that's the limiting factor is ourselves on anything we do, and I'm a believer in that. So that's why we're trying to stay consistent with our content, and hopefully we're able to, transform this into a real legit podcast eventually, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you a lot better content, over the next year and then over the next 5. But yeah, man, I don't know. As always, you guys should let us know in the comments, like what topics should we cover, what things would you like to know, anything like that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We do it live every Tuesday and Thursday. You already know if you've been here a little bit. But yeah, I appreciate everybody watching for any reason, whether it's good, bad, whatever. We are going to try to plan a trip to check out the Loveland Frogman here soon, so that's really the next big thing we got planned, is to check out the Loveland Frogman. But yeah, so yeah, we'll at least go live from the site of that and see what we see, check out that legend and all that. For those who haven't heard about it, look it up. Google Loveland Frogman. There's a few articles on it. A couple TV shows have covered it. So yeah. Yeah, he had an emergency pop up or a call, so had to dip out, and yeah. We're probably gonna roll for another 10. Yeah, man. I hate doing this by myself. It's a lot easier to keep it going with, flow when you have a partner. But I guess the other topics I'd like to talk about, and what do you guys think about the face-off between Tyson? I know I'm trying not to stick on the same topics, but we're going to talk about Tyson and Jake Paul's face-off because it's what I got left to talk about for the next 10. But the clips I've seen, man, I believe Tyson is hurt, and I believe he is older. That said, I believe he could knock Jake Paul out the first round still. It's going to be hard for me to believe if this goes the distance for both fighters that it wasn't just kind of a payoff. Let's make it a pro fight to get everybody's, more interested and hoping to see a knockout and get more people there. And if that's what it ends up being, I'm going to be disappointed in Iron Mike, who I look at as a legend. I think is probably the GOAT of boxing, even above Ali. Just look at the way he did Larry Holmes for Ali. Cassius Clay went to him. I think that's when he won the belt. And Tyson, knocked him out. First knockout Holmes ever had was from Mike Tyson. So it's going to be hard for me to believe that if he goes in there trying to knock Jake Paul out and it don't happen, it's going to be hard to believe it wasn't just a kind of a setup payoff fight where it's like, hey, we're going to both get a good payday. We'll let it come down to a draw and see who wins by points, and us both kind of look good and get a payday. And I'm hoping it's a pro fight that it's not the case, but only time will tell. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments about that. But yeah, I've seen, people break down. Yeah, we've not seen a lot of footage of Tyson going all out for more than 30 seconds at a time. The footage of him sprinting, it looks like he does have some leg pain and some leg issues maybe, but we'll see how that affects him in the fight, man. I think he's going to be able to pull it out because the 2-minute rounds are going to favor Tyson just to put it on him, catch a break. I don't know that Jake Paul can be ready to. Tyson's inside game is just ferocious, and I don't think his chin's going to be up for it. That's basically where I'm at with the whole breakdown of it. But yeah, Tyson laughed at him in the face-off. They had a bunch of weird people for the questions. I feel they could have done a lot better with the questions, considering it was a legend like Tyson there. But what do you expect with, we got Jake Paul involved, so yeah. You should expect some clownery with it, I guess. So that's why I'm hoping this ain't just, like I said, I hope this ain't like a Roy Jones Jr. exhibition type boxing match. And I know, yeah, it's a pro, but that don't mean there's not a gentleman's agreement that, hey, we're just going to both get a fat payday and make ourselves look good out of this, both go the distance. So I don't know. I think Tyson's probably coming in to really try to get a knockout and cement some legacy, man. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't want that for, to be the first one to knock out Jake Paul and kind of, show, for pro boxing alone, I think he should do it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm way excited to see how it falls out come July. So yeah, other than that, I've not even seen I've not heard a whole lot about Sam Sulek. I don't know, man. I've not been keeping up on things on YouTube like I have, and I know we try to stick to topics that's, kind of stuff everybody will know about, but I know the Sebastian Roberts case is still going on. I know that's still dragging on, and I know there's still a lot of tragedy pimps using that case right now, which I think the kid's name should be out there, but
so what are we talking about, the Sebastian Roberts?
There's a bunch of YouTubers. The YouTubers always end up attacking the families as he's missing kids, and like,
I mean, don't get me wrong, okay? I can see where the YouTubers are coming from because they think the family is responsible, but at the same time though, what's more likely is that something else happened. Yeah. Like most of the time, most families don't, want to get rid of their own children.
Yeah, 90% of the time, like in that case, they're going to get caught by the cops, the feds, which are all involved in this case.
Yeah.
So like,
and they're all suspecting the parents
but
anyway. That's like their number one suspects
these
all
YouTube
the time.
sleuths want to, harass these parents and shed a bad light on them when they're going through a missing kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy to me. I think it's great to keep the kid's name out there and all that, but I think, playing judge and jury on the internet's not a good thing either.
Yeah.
Is what a lot of them seem to do. So, and it just makes it hard on the families too, because they get sucked into YouTube drama with it. And
yeah.
It's just
and you
not
know
good.
when you feed that YouTube drama, because it's a fire.
But it's one of the things you just gotta ignore it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, dude.
Like when it comes to like personal, like YouTube, I get the want to feed
I
into
can
it.
imagine with a missing kid, like it'd be so easy to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I get where they.
You'd be wanting to talk a lot of shit about everybody that's accusing you of that, because like you got to think, if you're innocent and then people are accusing you of something, of course you're gonna wanna do some kind of backlash.
Yeah. But
it almost makes you look worse though.
Well, the sad truth is,
than if you just ignore it and then focus on trying to find your kid.
Yeah, some of these parents have really been put through it and then still to this day are accused by them, but yet the FBI don't have it. You know what I mean? Like, it just don't make sense to me, man. Like, whether you like them or not, or agree with them, if they're good people or not, like, it's a lot easier to judge from the outside in, and you don't know the spin people put on stuff before you see it. So that's just what I'm trying to say, But yeah, man, I think it's great to keep missing kids out there, though. I think that's awesome. But
wait, what'd you just say?
I think it's great to keep like the missing kid's name and face out there.
Oh yeah, like making
great.
videos.
The YouTubers who do that, that's great.
Well, because they have solved cases that way.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like there's
where the YouTube, like even years after, YouTube's still making videos about it. YouTubers, and they're like,
do you know
what was that group of people who found the body of that woman down in a mine, or that girl?
Oh, it was the girl. It was hang on.
And
Kylie Rodney. They found her in a lake, and they had found like 20 other missing people. But the guy who ran Adventures with the Purpose, AWP is what it was.
Yeah.
The guy who ran that actually ended up getting arrested for sex crimes.
Oh, man.
After he blew up on YouTube, he found all these missing people, and then it comes out he has these.
Did he do that before he got big on YouTube? It was
before, and then he wasn't indicted or in trouble with, he got charged after he got big. But it was all criminal charges. It was real.
Yeah.
Which is terrible, and the whole situation is terrible. But he did find some missing people.
Yeah.
I think it was over 20 missing people that Ventures with Purpose found. Now, some of these divers went off and did their own thing.
What was the severity of the crime that he did?
It was pretty bad.
Oh, it was bad?
I can't really...
Yeah, we don't want to get too much detail, but
it's stuff we can't...
You just say it was a level 4, or would you say it was like a...
2 or 3.
2 or 3, okay.
3's as bad as it gets, so...
Or 3, yeah.
2 or 3, so it was bad.
So he's a lifetime offender.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah, because I know level 1 and 2 of sex offense crimes.
It's like 15 or 20 years.
Yeah, just said level 2 is 15 years or 25, and level 1 is only 10.
That's crazy. They should have to. Yeah.
But a level 1 could be you go outside and you piss off your front porch.
Yeah, but.
Or level 1, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, that whole deal with AWP was a crazy situation I've seen play out on YouTube.
That's a weird law though when you think about it. Like you get grouped in because there's a whole lot grouped into that level 1.
Oh yeah, no, I seen a kid that was
you just piss outside one day and someone sees it.
It wasn't that, but he had a girlfriend that was 15 and he was 18, and he had turned 18, and basically they didn't like him because she was hanging out with him and smoking weed or whatever, and he ended up getting charged with statutory, he ended up going to a program. Then he got out of the program after 9 months, went to a halfway house for a year, stayed there, worked long enough to buy his own car, get his own apartment, leaves that day to go see his PO, fails because he was smoking spice because everybody was smoking spice at the halfway house.
Yeah.
Anyways, he fails for that, leaving the halfway house and seeing his PO, gets booked for the rest of his time on his shelf, man. It was terrible. And the kid was it wasn't, you know what I mean? But it was it was an SO charge, but it wasn't
it wasn't in the same.
Yeah, he was a kid, dude.
In the same intention.
It was just terrible. The kid got 3 years.
And that's where it gets real squirrely. Is when you know what I mean?
Terrible.
Because 15, they're in high school.
Yeah, I mean
they were both in high school together.
Yeah,
you know,
that's where it's iffy ground. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's. Just
well, I
crazy.
mean, even when I was in school, there was some. You know, I remember when I was a freshman and seeing like them freshmen. You know, like girls dating seniors and things like that.
Yeah.
But it was. I always thought it was kind of weird, but at the same time, it's like school.
Yeah.
But I think it like when there'd be freshman dudes who could like date like a senior, like a woman. It's not as
common.
Not as common, and people don't look at it the same.
Yeah. It's definitely not looked at.
It's like how Joe Rogan talks about like what was it? Who was the guy who kept making these women have sex with him so they could get movie spots?
Oh, I don't know. There was a few people who did that.
You know the guy I'm talking about. He was kind of fat.
You're talking about the guy. Are you talking about the guy Rain Fox? Is it the guy Rain Fox?
Maybe I don't know.
There's a few people who did it.
But he's like everyone looks at that and they're like, man, he's a monster. He's like 18-year-old girls.
Yeah.
But then he's like, if the roles were reversed, and you know, he's like, my son comes home to me and says that this 43-year-old, you know, fat woman wants to have sex with me, and then I can be Batman. You know, then Joe Rogan's like, well, I tell my son, well, do you want to be Batman? You're gonna be Batman.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, it's. It's true. I guess. I mean, to some degree, but I get it too. I get it because, like,
he said, "Oh, I'm hearing Spider-Man too."
That's crazy.
Like some shit like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it don't happen that commonly. I guess
it's not as common.
You know why people? I mean, I get why people say it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm ready to go get some push day in.
Yeah, we're at 46 minutes, so we can.
That's cool.
We can call it here. All right, guys. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. You guys have
11.
Episode number 11. You guys have a wonderful day. We did something that we haven't done before. We started putting pictures up on the screen.
Work in progress.
Yep. Hey, that's big improvements already.
Yep.
That just upped us. We can do pictures off of like Google. That's what we're gonna do.
Yep.
Nothing more right now, but we're gonna start slowly working our way in there.